Aloha yogis, thank you for joining me today on your mat and for sharing this time and taking the time to practice. So come onto your mat and find a comfortable seat. Really feel your sit bones rooted down into your mat. And we'll take a second here to close our eyes and to tap into our bodies, placing the top of your hands onto your knees, allowing your legs to simply relax in a seat, and extending out of your spine from the tailbone all the way up to the crown of your head. Take your shoulders and roll them back and down, and feeling the energy you have in you, and if you feel you need a shift in energy. We're all capable of making changes within ourselves and deciding when it's time to stop something or change how we think or how we feel, or to take next steps. But really feel like you're starting to tap into your breathing, noticing where your breath is right now. Sometimes we feel like we're just breathing in our throats, or we're not able to get deep enough breaths through our bellies. So just notice yourself right now and scan. Notice if you're holding any tension anywhere or if you feel any discomfort anywhere, and maybe concentrate on those areas today for yourself in order to release any stress that you might be holding. Take a deep breath in through the belly, sending it up the chest, opening your ribs, and open your mouth and sigh it out. Again, deep breath in through the belly, expanding the belly like a balloon. Then sending your breath up through the chest, releasing all the space in your ribs, opening that up, feeling your breath all the way up at the top of your chest here. And then release. Release into a calmness and a state of focus and a sense that you are wanting well-being for yourself. Paying attention to your needs. Feeling yourself rooting down in the earth and releasing the tension in your face, in your cheeks, in your eyes. We all have a tendency to sometimes hold on to things that keep us from moving forward. So now's the time to completely let go of everything, every thought. Just don't even let anything bother you right now. Good. We'll find ourselves coming into a square pose. So take your left ankle, place it on top of your right thigh, and either sitting on a blanket folded or a block, if that's something that you need in this posture in order to prop yourself up a little bit more, then please go ahead and do so. On your next inhale, reach out of your hips, reach your arms overhead, look up, breathe, extend out of your hips, feeling your spine lengthen up towards the sky. Feel the shoulders relax down your back. And breathe. Stay here. One more breath. And then just send your torso forward slightly. Feeling your hips hinge forward slightly. Inhale, and then exhale back to center, sending your torso right above your hips. Inhale, send your torso forward slightly, reaching your arms still up high and away from you, feeling the power coming out of your fingers, but relaxing your shoulders down your back. Inhale, and exhale, come back to center. One more. On this next breath, we'll come forward in a complete fold. Inhale, reach up, look up, and exhale, hinge forward, extending forward, and then drop yourself down slowly onto your mat. Forearms on your mat. You can lay your head on a block if that's accessible to you. Deep inhale through the belly, sending the breath up the chest, expanding in the back of your back. So the upper back, the middle back, breathing there. And at some point with your next few breaths, maybe try and see if you can breathe in the lower back. And then whenever you're ready, just fold deeper. Being mindful of what you need for your body. Being good to yourself. Being kind to yourself. Noticing if you're holding any emotions right now that just need to come out, and that's okay. It's okay to just be human and let things go. On your next inhale, slowly raise yourself back, pushing yourself back up. Inhale your arms overhead, look up, and release your hands down on your mat, slightly behind your hips. Unbind your legs, take them out in front of you, and then start doing windshield wiping movements with your legs here. We're just going to loosen up the hips and the back a little bit. And then we'll go into the next side of our square pose. Inhale to center. Exhale it to the right. Inhale it back to center. Exhale it to the left. Inhale to center. Reach your chest up high. Look up. And then come back onto a seat. And then take your right ankle and place it on top of your left thigh. Inhale your arms overhead, look up. Reach up high as much as you can, lifting out of the hips. And stay here as you exhale. Again, reach up, look up. Power those fingers and draw the shoulders away from the ears and down. And release your breath. Again, one more breath. On this inhale, we're going to reach up high. And then exhale, hinge forward at the hips, reaching forward, extending that spine, and then dropping your forearms down on your mat. Deep breath in through the belly and sending it in the lower back and all the way up the back, up towards the upper back. And then exhale, fold deeper. Try and release the tension that you're holding in your hip by sending your breath there. Visualize the breath opening up all the tight areas in your hip. As you exhale, allow yourself to melt deeper into your mat, noticing the sit bones still rooted into your mat. When you're ready, draw yourself back to center. Inhale your arms up high, reach. And exhale, place your hands slightly behind you. Unbind your legs, and then we'll do windshield wiping movements once again. Try and draw in any elements that might make you feel at ease. Maybe you're outside doing this. Maybe you have plants in your home. Any natural elements that make you feel at ease. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find ourselves on a tabletop, on your knees and your hands. And place your hands and your wrists directly below your shoulders and your knees directly below your hips, in line with your hips, hip width apart. Here we're going to go and do some cat-cow. So inhale, look up. Tailbone up, chest rooting forward. And exhale, round your back. Press out of the upper back, away from your mat, and feel the top of the feet pressing down in your mat. Belly button to spine as you exhale. We'll do this 5 more times with our breath. Take your time moving with your breath. Trying not to have any pauses at the end of your breaths, moving with the movement of your breath. One more. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. And then start doing big circles with your hips here. So take your time rolling your hips sideways, back, sideways, and up. Almost drawing circles with your hips. Follow your breath here. Good. And then we'll switch directions. Just taking it slow. Loosening up our joints, our connective tissues. Good. On your next inhale, take that right foot or that left foot, place it behind you on the ball of the foot, and start swaying forward and back here on your foot. Inhale and exhale. Notice how it feels in your wrists and in your ankle, your Achilles tendon in the back of your calf. And when you do that, good. Take it back down and then do the same thing on the other side with your breath. Yeah. Very, very nice. Just notice how it feels in every part of your body right now. Scan your body. Good. And then come back to center, and then we'll take the left foot back again. Plant the top of your foot on your mat, and then just lift it off the mat here. Point the back toes down towards your mat to level out your hips, and extend the right arm forward. Reach out of the back heel, and reach out of the fingertips in your right hand. Inhale, lift out of your hips, and then exhale, looking straight down at your mat. Feel your abdominals and your belly button drawing in towards your spine as you exhale. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. And exhale, knee to elbow. We'll do this 10 times with our own breath. Inhale, reach out, extend, exhale in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend out, stay here for 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhale, bring it back down. Good. Inhale, the right foot behind you onto the ball of the foot. Start swaying forward and back again. And on your next inhale, lift that foot off of the mat, parallel to your mat, toes pointing down. And then draw that left arm forward in front of you. Inhale, reach out of the fingers and out of the back heel. Inhale, press out and away from your mat. And exhale. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale again out, reach, reach, reach. And exhale, we'll do this 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, you can do it. 3, 2, 1. And extend out for 2 breaths. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale and exhale. Stay here. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale, bring it down. Good. Let's do a few more rotations with our hips here. Rotating towards the right, just to loosen that up a little bit. Deep inhale and exhale, switch directions. Good. Again, okay, so take that left leg behind you again, and then bring it up off the mat, and then extend the right arm forward, and then we'll bring directly our arm and our leg perpendicular to our body as we inhale and then exhale back to center. We'll do this 10 times on this side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 4, 5, 6. Draw your belly button to your spine. 7. If this isn't accessible to you, you can still do what we were doing in our previous pose. 8, 9, 10. Hold it here. Bring your right hand down on your mat and hold your leg and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it back down on your mat. Keep your foot at the same place that it was at, and just swing yourself sideways here into a nice side stretch. And I'll just switch myself onto the side so that you can see what I'm doing. And keep that left foot flat on your mat as you open up the left side of your body. Inhale, look at your hand, look up at your hand, and exhale. Leave it here. 1 more breath. Good. And then we'll come back to center and we'll do the other side here. Extend the right leg behind you and the left arm forward. Inhale. And exhale, send your arm and your leg sideways. Come back to center. And we'll do this 10 times. So 10, 9, go with your breath. 8, keep the back toes flexed towards your mat. 7, 6, 5, 4, you can do it. 3, 2, 1. And then hold it here, hold your leg, place that left hand on your mat, and we'll pulse that right leg directly up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down directly onto your mat, and then bring your right arm overhead for a nice side stretch on the right side. Try and press the outer edge of your right foot down into your mat as you really extend your fingertips forward, opening the side ribs here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale. Come back down onto your mat, flipping yourself back on your hands and your knees for tabletop. Inhale, tuck your toes, send your palms forward a little bit, and then send your hips back into your heels. Lift them up directly off of your mat with bent knees, and come into a downward facing dog. Keep your feet hip width apart, feeling all your knuckles and your fingertips rooted down into your mat. Feel the energy that you're holding from your hands, the earth, sending it up your arms, into your back, all the way down your spine and out through the tailbone. Feel as if somebody's holding you and pulling you back to extend your spine up and away from you. Deep inhale, heels up, exhale the right heel down. Take 2 breaths here, feeling that right calf opening up. 2 breaths. Hold it. Press out of the back of the leg. Inhale the right heel up. Exhale the left heel down. 2 breaths here. Press out and away from the back leg of the left leg. And then inhale both heels, and with your own breath, just pedal a little faster with each heel. And then inhale both heels up. And when you're ready, exhale both heels down as far as they'll go, pressing out of your mat, drawing the elbows in towards each other, feeling that nice support in the upper back. Draw your belly button to your spine, press out of the tailbone. Inhale and exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, and come forward into a high plank. And then we'll just do that like in a swinging motion. We'll do this again. Send yourself back into downward facing dog. Bend your knees, send yourself forward into high plank. And we'll do this 10 times. Making sure that when you send yourself into a high plank, that you're slightly forward or directly underneath, directly above your wrists. Your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Just building up some heat here. Good. When you're ready, we'll find ourselves into high plank and hold it here. We're going to hold our high plank, belly button drawn to your spine. Keep yourself straight, like as if you were in a board, a straight board. Lift the kneecaps, strong back legs, strong glutes. Breathe here. Let's explore this high plank a little bit. We often don't stay in these very long because we're always moving out of them to go into Chaturanga or a downward facing dog. Swing yourself forward and back on the ball of your feet in your high plank. You might start feeling it in your upper back, your shoulders, your wrists. That's okay. Good. Bring your knees down to your mat. Lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. press the top of your feet down on your mat. Lift out of your chest. Bring your chest, feel your chest rooting forward and up. And then lower down. Inhale, press yourself into a tabletop. Tuck your toes, send your hips back and up for downward facing dog. And this time, we're going to round ourselves into a high plank and then bring ourselves down and back into downward facing dog. We'll do that in a wave motion, just like an ebb and flow. So we're just going to keep doing this 10 times. Try noticing if you can become more fluid with your movement, with your breaths here. Good. Keep moving. Like a wave. And then we'll find ourselves into downward facing dog. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, bring your hands towards your feet. Walk your hands towards your feet. Inhale, half lift. Bring your hands on your shins or your upper thighs. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Reach forward out of your crown. Belly button to spine. Lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk your hands to the front of the mat into a downward facing dog. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, walk your hands to your feet. Inhale, half lift. Reach out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk your hands into a downward facing dog and exhale. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, walk your hands to your feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hold it here. Bring your hands on the top of your thighs, your upper thighs. Draw your elbows by your side and your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, extend forward out of the crown. Bend your knees slightly. Send your weight forward in the top of your feet, the ball of your feet. Hold it here. Inhale and exhale. Take your hands, place them behind you, interlace your fingers, press out of the palms, out of the top of your fingers. Inhale, reach out of the crown. Exhale, fold. Lifting your arms as high as they'll go without hurting yourself or feeling like it's painful. You don't want that. If you need to keep your hands by your lower back, stay there. Inhale and exhale. Maybe your arms come a little bit further from your back. And just keep breathing here. Good. Slowly bring your hands back on your lower back. Inhale forward into a half lift, hands on your thighs. And exhale, bring your arms forward by your ears. Hold it here, one breath. And exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk your hands to the front of your mat into a high plank. Lower down, Chaturanga. Halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Your first upward facing dog here. Open up your chest towards the front of the room. Lift the kneecaps off of your mat. And exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips back for downward facing dog. Inhale, roll yourself forward into a high plank. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll yourself forward into high plank, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Open up your shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do that one more time. You can do it. Inhale, heels up, roll yourself forward into high plank, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Again. Inhale, heels up. Exhale the right leg up behind you for three-legged dog. Really root out of that back heel, toes pointing down at your mat. Look down past your legs, relax your neck, and breathe. Hold the three-legged dog. You can do it. Breathe. And exhale, step it between the hands. Lower the back knee. Untuck the toes. And then bring your hands inside of the right foot. Here you can have a block, or you can have a rolled up towel or blanket if you need it. And then we're just gonna hold this lizard pose, and we're gonna try and bring ourselves down onto our forearms. Then we're just gonna stretch our hip flexors in the front here of our left leg. And you might even feel it deeper in the right hip crease, in the groin on your right side, and that's normal. So just breathe here. Sometimes I like to swing my hips side to side here. And then really reach forward with your chest, feeling like you're opening your heart towards the front of your space. And just breathe here. We're here for a few more seconds. Good. This can be intense for you. If it is, you can always back off. You can come on your hands, bring yourself back up. Whatever it is that your body needs, always listen to your body before anything else. When you're ready, bring that right foot out towards the right, towards the edge of your mat, or even outside of your mat. Turn it onto its outer edge. Feel that nice hip opening on your right side. Super good. You can sway yourself side to side here. And then take that left hand, place it directly between you, and open up towards the right with your chest, giving yourself a nice twist here. Nice twist. Relax your neck. Look up towards your arm and your hands in the sky. Reach. And then if you feel like you can go there, you can bend that back leg and grab the foot or your ankle with your right hand. Like this. Just inhale, open up your chest towards the right. Exhale, press that left hip down towards your mat. Keep that right foot flexed towards your knee. Inhale. And exhale, maybe you can look back past your right shoulder. Maybe you can even see your right foot grabbing your right foot with your right hand. Inhale. And exhale, release that leg down on your mat. Bring that right hand down on your mat, come back to center, and then send your weight back for half splits. Inhale, wiggle. You can wiggle that right foot a little bit forward. Look up, exhale, fold, flexing that right foot towards your body. Feeling that nice stretch in your hamstrings and your shin. And it even flexes and causes some stretching in your ankle. And we'll do that a little bit more in a second. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. In your half splits, exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold deeper and leave your hands on your mat or a block and breathe. Try and make sure you always be mindful of your extension of the spine. So really reaching forward from the tailbone through the crown of your head and then down. When you're ready, come back up. And then bring your hands back forward, bending the right knee, and then send your right leg back to meet the left into a high plank. Inhale, exhale, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale the left leg up behind you for three-legged dog here. Reach out of that back heel, toes pointing down at your mat. Inhale, reach up, really firing up that left glute, drawing that left hip down towards your mat. Look past your leg. Inhale, reach. And exhale, send your knee forward, step it between the hands. Lower the back knee down on your mat, untuck the toes. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bring that left hand inside of the left foot. Both hands are inside of the left foot. Inhale and exhale. You might want to shift your left foot a bit towards the left and then send yourself down for a lizard pose on this side. And here you can always have your forearms on a block or anything that can prop you up if you need that. And just allow yourself to breathe here. Deep breath. These are deep stretches. It's normal to feel like you have tension, but the more you breathe in that area, the more you'll be able to release the tension. Just let go here. Good. Nice opening of the inner thighs and of the hip flexors. When you're ready, bring yourself back on your hands. Send your foot towards the left, towards the outside of your mat, and send it onto its outer edge. Keep that hip flexed and keep that foot flexed. So inhale, reach forward. Plant your right hand below your shoulder, your right shoulder, and then twist towards the right. Take that left arm overhead and look up, relaxing your neck. Breathe here, deep breath. Feeling that nice opening in the left side of your hip. So this is giving us an external rotation that really targets different parts of our hips. Reach, and if this is accessible for you on this side, you can always bend that back leg, grab it with your left hand, and come into a nice stretch on this side. Relax. Breathe. When you're ready, release that leg, come back down. Bring your foot forward slightly towards the center of your mat, and then send your weight back onto your heel for half splits. Inhale, extend forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Stretching those hamstrings is not easy. Allow yourself to slowly move into this posture here. Good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And hold it here. Deep breath. Tap into your intention for your practice. And just allow yourself to be completely comfortable with wherever it is you're at right now. It doesn't matter how you look like, anything that's going on around you, just let it go. Inhale, send your weight forward again, bringing your hands down on your mat. Send that left foot back behind you. Tuck your toes and send your hips back for downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, both heels up. Exhale them down. Bring your feet closer together And then we're going to shift our heels towards the right, making sure our right hand is directly below our right shoulder. We're going to come into a high plank here. In our high plank, we're just going to we're stacking our heels. And we're really reaching out of that left side. Reach that left hip up towards the sky. Good. You can look directly sideways or slightly up, wherever it is that you need to look at. Strong abdominals here. And then maybe you can lift that left leg off of your mat for a star. Good. Couple more breaths. And then lower that leg down, come back to center, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. When you're ready, shift the heels towards the left. Place your left hand beneath you, stack your heels, and come into a star side plank here. We're just gonna stay here before we try lifting our leg up for a couple of breaths. Solid legs together. Lift out of that right hip, and then try and lift that right leg off of your mat for a star pose. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you want to reach that right arm forward. Couple more breaths. Hold it here. Strong back glutes. And then bring it down. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Hold opposite elbows with opposite hands. Bend your knees generously and come into ragdoll. Sway yourself side to side here. Slowly, whatever it is that you need to completely release your spine. Visualize the stretching of your spine from the tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. Loosen up your neck. Deep breath, feeling the expansion of your belly on your thigh as you inhale. And then as you exhale, release everything down towards the earth. Inhale, bring your hands onto your mat. Bring your feet together. And then take that left foot, bring it onto the other side of your right foot. So interlace it from the back. And then bring your toes together, your pinky toes together, trying to level out your feet. Well, bend that front knee. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, twist to the right. With your fingertips, try and keep your hips centered first. And then as you bend the front knee more, you can try and press that left hip towards the left as you turn to the right on your fingertips. Inhale, exhale, fold here. This is a nice IT band stretch, and it can be quite uncomfortable and painful, but that's okay. Just breathe here into this, and you can always back out if it's too much for you. You can also have your hands on blocks. It might help you get into this posture. Deep breath and exhale out. Inhale, come back to center, half lift. Unbind the feet. And then exhale, take that right foot, bring it behind, and then match it with your left foot. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend that front knee a little bit more and keep that back leg straight. When you're ready, send yourself towards the left, trying to keep your hips centered and then pressing that right hip out towards the right side. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Breathe. If you want to go deeper, maybe just press the outer hip, right hip towards the right a little bit more. Come back to center. Unbind the legs. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, bend your knees and send your hands to your heart for a chair pose. In your chair pose, keep your big toes together, but keep a couple of inches apart in the back of your heels. Tailbone pointed down at your mat, knees together. Inhale, reach out of your pectoral muscles and your chest and your heart towards the front of the room. And exhale, sit down deeper in your chair. Inhale, up a little bit out of your chair. And exhale, twist to the right without hooking your elbow. Keep your knees in line with each other and your hips level with your mat. No, knees also in line with each other. And just twist to the right, keeping your hands at your heart. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, twist to the left. Belly button drawn to your spine. Exhale, back to center. Reach up high, extending everything up towards the sky. And then exhale, hands to heart, sit back down in your chair. Inhale. Bend that left heel off of your mat, and then bring it back down. Inhale, lift that right heel off of your mat, and bring it back down. Inhale, lift that left heel off of your mat. Bring that left knee up high as much as you can. Bring that left leg over top of the right and come into eagle legs. Take the right arms, take the arms out, and then bring that right arm on top of the left and bind your arms for eagle arms. Here we're just going to stay in eagle chair pose for a couple of breaths. Lift out of your hips, trying to send your weight back behind you. Lift those elbows so that they're in line with your shoulders. Inhale and exhale, unbind the legs, lift the left knee up as high as it can go. Inhale, unbind the arms, reach them up high. And then exhale, interlace your fingers on your left shin and draw that left knee in towards your chest. Balance here. Inhale, lift out of your chest, out of the ground with that extended foot and leg. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Just come back to where you were. And exhale, draw the knee in closer to your chest. Inhale. And exhale. Send that leg back slowly behind you for warrior 3. So directly behind you, strong legs. Push out of both legs, keeping that left hip down towards your mat, toes pointed down. Reach out of your fingertips. Inhale and exhale, hold here. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands down on your mat, step forward and fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, plant your hands, step back into high plank, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Good. Inhale, heels up, bend the knees, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bring your feet together. Once again, toes to touch, big toes to touch, space in between your heels. And then sit yourself down into your chair, bringing your hands to your heart. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift that right heel and lift that knee up towards your chest. Interlace your legs, placing that right leg on top of your left. And you can bind your feet if that's accessible to you. Take your left arm, bring it on top of your right, and weave your arms for eagle arms. We're in eagle chair pose on the other side this time. Try and keep your balance, sending your weight back, keeping your hips forward, belly button drawn to your spine, lift out of your chest, breathe in your upper back. Elbows in line with your shoulders, arms away from your face. Sit down deeper. Breathe. Inhale, unbind the legs, bring that right knee up towards your chest, unbind the arms, lift them up overhead, inhale. Reach up, exhale, interlace your fingers around your right shin and draw your right knee into your chest. Inhale, and exhale deeper. Relax your shoulders down your back. Inhale. Press out of that bottom foot, that foot that's on the earth, press out of it. Inhale. And exhale, release your leg and slowly send it back. Slowly sending your leg back and teeter-tottering yourself. When you're ready to hinge forward with your leg, do so with your arms along your side. Point those back toes down towards your mat, keeping yourself level with your mat. Reach out of both legs. Both legs are reaching out. Strong glute. Look down at your mat. Reach out of the fingers. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Plant your hands. Step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Deep breath here, and exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, come onto your knees. We'll come onto our sit bones. And here we're just going to notice, just by sitting comfortably in a seat, how we feel compared to the beginning of the class. Just close your eyes, bring your top of your hands on your knees. Relax your jaw. Notice how your legs are feeling. Notice the movement you gave yourself and the release of tension not only in your body but in your mind. The time you took to completely let go of everything. Now we'll find ourselves on our backs, so turn towards the back of your mat and slowly roll yourself on your back. Good. take your feet mat width apart and start swaying your knees side to side. Inhale back to center, exhale them to the left. Inhaling to center and exhaling to the right. Oh, I felt that. Inhale back to center, exhaling to the left. Inhale back to center and bring your feet towards your fingertips, just so that your fingertips graze the back of your heels. Knees and feet hip width apart. When you're ready, lift your tailbone off of the mat, pressing the lower back down towards the mat, and lift your hips off of your mat for bridge pose. We'll do this 10 times with our own breath. Inhale and exhale, lower. Try not to splay the knees outwards or inwards when you're doing your bridge. Try and keep yourself in line and feeling that power that you're creating in your midline here. Squeeze your inner glutes, your inner thighs, and power up your quads up towards the sky as you point your knees towards the back of your mat. Press out of the heels. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Chest going towards your face. Lift out of your chest. Good. This time, we're going to do that a couple of times. And if you feel comfortable, you can bring your arms underneath you, your shoulders underneath you, interlacing your fingers. We'll do this again. Inhale, tailbone up. Bring yourself up, and then bring your shoulders underneath you. Interlace your fingers. Root out of their feet. Lift higher. Tailbone up and away from you. Draw your knees towards the back of the room as you press yourself out of your pubic bone. Lift the chest. Inhale. Squeeze the glutes. Relax the neck. Exhale, lower. Good. We'll do this one more time, either doing this, or if you're comfortable to do so, you can go into wheel. If you want to go into wheel, make sure you bring your hands directly by the side of your ears, and when you're ready, start by lifting your hips off of the mat and then pushing yourself off of the mat with your hands. Inhale and exhale into your wheel. Here in your wheel, try and see if you can really reach the tailbone up towards the sky, squeezing the glutes, making sure your knees are pointed forward. Maybe you can look down between your hands. Deep breath here. You can even bring your feet closer to you. When you're ready, lower yourself slowly back down onto your back, rolling yourself vertebra by vertebra, coming onto your tippy toes, and then drawing your knees into your chest. For a hug, interlace your fingers around your shins, and you can sway yourself side to side here. Good. Inhale, exhale, draw them closer into you. Inhale, exhale, deeper fold. When you inhale, notice your belly rising, pressing against your thighs, and then releasing down into the earth as you exhale. Good. Release the legs. And then bring yourself into a comfortable waterfall. So you can place your sacrum onto a block, or simply just raise your legs above you on a wall, or just simply above you wherever you are on your mat. And just rotate your ankles with your feet. Your hands can be out in a T if you'd like, or above you, whatever you need. And allow your legs to just dangle in the sky here. You can even sway them forward and back. And if you want, you can go into plow pose, but it's okay if you don't want to. And just for the record, if you want to go into plow pose, you just sway yourself forward and back, like so. And you can just send your legs forward and back, bringing your shoulders underneath you. You can always have support underneath your shoulders here as well. Straighten your legs, come into your tippy toes. If you want, you can just play around with that, if that's something that you feel comfortable doing. Just breathe. And when you're ready, come back into waterfall. Allow your legs to dangle. And then bend them for a happy baby. So take the edges of your feet, the outer edges of your feet with your hands, arms inside of your legs, not on the outside, inside of your legs. And just press the tail down into your mat as you try and actively draw your legs down towards your mat while opening them towards the sides. Happy baby. Just playing around here. This is an active pose, so you really feel that inner thigh stretch. Just breathe, relax your shoulders onto your mat. Breathe in your lower belly. When you're ready, bring the soles of the feet together. Draw them in with your hands closer to you. Soles of the feet together. And then exhale, release down into a butterfly. Keep the soles of your feet together and lay down in a butterfly pose where you splay your legs outwards. Let your knees flop to the sides. Close your eyes and release all the tension, all the effort. Relax completely down into your mat. Your arms will land wherever they want to land. Feel your shoulder blades flatten down your back on your mat. Relax your neck, your cheeks, your eyebrows. And just breathe. When you're ready, extend out into your final Shavasana. Deep breath in and let it out gently. Just noticing how all of your being feels now. All of your body. Stay here in this silence as long as you need to. Mahalo for joining me in your practice. Namaste.